Hello my dear friends, this is Phil again and welcome back to my channel. In this episode, I'm going to show you the latest development on the PTS about the daily ops. Bethesda had a bit of expansion on the daily ops. Besides the new mob communist and the 3 new locations for the daily ops, there's one more addition event they added in, which is called double mutation event. So in every other week, there will be a double mutation weekend from Thursday to Monday. And during this event, all the mobs in the daily ops gonna have double mutations. And beyond that, which Bethesda didn't tell us in their ITV, is they actually twisted a bit on the existing mutations. One is the volatile, another one is the group regeneration. I will show you how powerful these mutations are after the tweak. But if you do attend this double mutation event, it's going to be a great chance to grind legendary cores, because now you can grind them for every daily ops you play instead of the first one per day. And you also got double XP and got double caps or legendary scripts based on which one you actually roll. So now Bethesda have a few combinations of double mutation and assign them to mobs in this daily ops event. And as mentioned earlier, the group regen has been tuned, now they can stack, which means if you have 5 mobs grouped together, they're gonna have 100% health regen rate. Imagine you actually went into a daily op and your enemy have this resilient and group regen mutations. You take the HP of the mob to 0 before you can rush in and knock them down with your bash attack. They're gonna regen their health in no time. That is gonna be really annoying. I know a lot of people already fed up with resilient. You will suffer more. Trust me, I had a bit of taste on the PTS. It's incredibly fun, especially if you use ranged weapons. I use my Strider, so this combination doesn't actually give me a lot of problem. But what is horrifying is these last two, the unstable and vaporous. For unstable, the enemy can have volatile and sweet foot. So volatile is basically enemy gonna explode after death. In the current live server, this mutation means no threat to any players as long as they have this fireproof perk equipped. But Bethesda tuned it and they changed the explosion damage to a magic enchantment that will take 20% of players' maximum HP directly, irregarding your protection, your damage resistance, your perk, your armor, nothing. So once you got hit by this explosion after the enemy's dead, you will take 20% HP hit, no matter what. And when it combined with swift-footed mutation, you're gonna be dead so many times during the run. It doesn't matter what you wear, as long as you are not stealth. So now you can only do the daily op with this 2 mutation combination if you are sneaky built. Otherwise, you're gonna keep on dying regardless. And Vaporous is another pain on the back, because now even if you are stealth, you cannot use VATS to target enemy from miles ahead. For many times, you just found out they are right beside you. And when you start shooting, when you kill them, you kill yourself as well. Now let me show you what exactly the Vaporous feels like in the video footprint. Now here you can see this is one of the decryption daily operation. It's actually happened in one of the new locations, Actos Farmer, and the mutation combination is Vaporous, which means the enemy will be invisible and they're gonna explode on death. As I mentioned earlier, this explosion will ignore any type of protection you're actually wearing and directly take 20% of your HP away. And in terms of perks, I did have the fireproof on, which should reduce 45% of the explosion damage, but I will show you later it doesn't work at all against this explosion effect. I also have the Syrian Stale on, just in case it has any fire damage associated, but it turned out it doesn't. As you can see here, this is my first encounter with the mobs with this kind of mutation combination. Just look at my health gauge at the left bottom corner. I have about 25% HP, and right after the explosion it suddenly dropped to around 5%. because I have Burn Survivor equipped, so I automatically applied a stim pack. That actually saved my life. Here's another example. My health dropped from 25 to 5% after the explosion, and I was killed. Considering I'm wearing a power armor, which is supposed to be able to reduce 42% incoming damage, include the explosion damage. And together with the fireproof, I should take almost nothing from the explosions, but apparently they don't work at all in this kind of circumstances. And another thing is the dodge perk is broken on the PTS, which definitely doesn't help in this kind of situation. So I actually died a lot of times when I'm trying to produce this video. And one thing I want to mention here is the location of the radios. So there are 3 areas called A, B, C area in this location, and for each area there is a radio. If you stand in the middle of the area, the radio station is actually in one of the metal buildings on the outskirts. And here is one of them. So it's fairly easy to find out. As long as you get used to this map, you should be able to find them fairly easy, because they are always on the metal building at the outskirts of one of the 3 areas. Explosion on Death Mutation gonna be the killer when this patch roll out in September. I'm sure a lot of us gonna be killed by this, especially in the situation where there are 2 mutations combined together. To be frank, I don't think that's the right approach that Bethesda chose to do to actually make the daily op more challenging. This is definitely not the right way. Bethesda should actually reduce or tweak the existing defense perk or defense mechanism to make the game more balanced, instead of just make one of the mutations or one type of the enemy become super deadly, which make the existing defense system completely useless. And that's all for today's video, and thank you very much for watching. Please give me a thumb up if you like it and subscribe to my channel. But until next time, Fearlegans out.